How are y'all doing out there?
Welcome. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. We got another great show in store for you all. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you settled down, got you a nice glass or something, because it's getting ready to get real juicy.
Because we got what, part 4?
Love and relationships, part 4, guys. We decided here at Generational Empowerment that we were going to do a series because love and relationships has been such a hit. Yeah. So we have part 4 for you guys. So go ahead and tune in, buckle down.
And definitely comment if you want us to talk about a specific topic or help you out with some things. We definitely want the engagement. So we're going to start this thing off with love and relationships. So you ready, Jay?
I'm ready. I am ready.
Normally I'll be in your bag.
Normally you be in my bag. We're going to see if you're in my bag today. I got my celibacy ring. So, we're going to see how much of my bag you in today.
I know earlier, I was like, Jay, you got married? You didn't tell me? He's like, this is my celibacy ring. I said, oh, okay, baby.
Yes, ma'am. I am staying true to it, okay?
All right, so we're going to kick this thing off. Jay,
yes.
What is too much in a relationship?
What is too much in a relationship?
Using the restroom in front of each other, farting, sharing food. Like, well, those are the 3 things that I came up with that probably would be too much for a relationship.
Really? I'm all down with using the restroom in front of my maids. I share my food with you and you ain't mine at all. And I don't have a choice when it comes to sharing my food when it comes to you. It's already known. When I order something and it's delivered to work, you all in my plate. Especially if I have ordered
probably eat it before you get to
Right. You already know. So I don't think that's too much. I don't think using the restroom is too much. Neither is a little bit of gas. Everybody have a little something going on, a little rumble in their tummy. Yeah. I'm still on them toes though, baby. So if it comes to them toes, that is too much for me, okay?
This guy said that he has never seen his wife poop. And they've been together for, what, like 8 years?
Never seen her poop?
Never seen her poop.
Wow.
Never. So I'm like, what? He was like, I asked her a couple of days ago, and I was like, like, I ain't never seen you poop before. Like, she's like, why you gotta know all that? Like, when so I was like, what happened to her, or what happened? Like, when did she have a schedule or something? Like, why she on pooping? Like, that's kind of.
So I take it that when it comes time to go to the restroom, she's ensuring that her mate is in another part of the house, baby. She is not going for no poops. One of our guests said using my toothbrush is too much.
Absolutely.
I agree. I remember it was one episode of The Housewives, and she was who was it? Portia was trying to use Dennis' toothbrush, and he was like, that is too much.
Yeah, that's too much. No. That's too far for me.
Yeah,
I think
no.
The toothbrush, that's like, no.
That is taking it way too far.
That's way too far. Like, yes. I don't even understand why you would feel comfortable. Like, I just don't get it. Even wearing each other's clothes. Like,
well, I'm cool with that. Most of the time I date people, they usually can't fit my clothes or my shoes. So I'm lucky when it comes to that. But I mean, if you want to wear my clothes, my shoes, whatever it is, unless it's not a pair of my fresh kicks I haven't worn yet, because I'm
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a problem. Now, if I seen your husband walk around here in one of your little shirts, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
No, but I wear like his hoodies. I haven't worn his shirt yet, but I've worn his like basketball shorts. Stuff that like make girls look cute.
Oh, okay,
stuff like that. But I haven't. Like this is hat.
This is hat.
Oh, this is hat. And he has no problem. He hasn't said.
Baby, you got the hair aroma all in that hat.
Hair aroma.
Hair aroma.
This guy was like, I use hair aroma on my, I'll say for the viewers, testicle hair.
No!
He was like, I use on my testicle hair. They be liking the smell. And I was like, it is not designed for that. Like,
oh my gosh. Now I know
it's safe on skin.
Now it definitely is safe on skin because I use it every day. It's in my everyday regimen. As soon as I get out of the shower and everything else, I get my squirt and spray on this and the third. And yes, it's definitely safe on the skin. I definitely give shout outs to Hair Aroma because it is definitely doing its business. I ain't had to buy no lotion or anything.
With the corona, it's kind of put a little dip in it because I'm trying to order stuff and it's like, okay. But I'm a God-fearing woman, so everything happens in due time.
Everything happens in due time. Everything is gonna be okay. Trust me, I got over $2,000 worth of stuff just sitting in customs, baby. Yeah. And I don't know when it's gonna get here, but I'm gonna make the best of it and just do what I got to do. I'm still gonna make sure my guests get what they need.
Yeah, and it doesn't even seem like we have a virus going on. Like, it's so beautiful outside.
Right. It's so crazy. Like, okay, so obviously it rained last night. I didn't park in the garage last night, and I came outside. My car wasn't great no more. So, and so obviously it rained last night, but you know, with this going on, the weather has been so nice, the temperature's been up. I don't get it. I'm just so confused.
I'm confused, but I'm not about to let it.
Oh, it's not gonna put no rain on our parade over here. Okay, we already ain't in Austin like we planned to be. So while we in the A, we gonna make it do what it do.
Yes, ma'am. So that's the things, you know, that's too much in a relationship. I totally forgot about the toothbrush. You know, that is just...
Ugh. Especially nasty. You got braces, your man got braces, y'all trying to use your toothbrush, knowing y'all picking out.
What is the water pick?
Oh yes, that was my savior. And actually, I had a water pick before I got braces, and during the time I had my braces, oh my gosh, I needed a portable one. Because
and I was thinking that, man, I need to be an innovator. I was like, I need to.
They have one.
They do?
Yeah, they have. So I have the whole doohickey you plug up and this and the third, and you got the little water reservoir. But they have the ones you can actually take by hand. Yeah, and it's a smaller reservoir. So yeah, you definitely got to get you one.
Okay. So
yes, ma'am.
All right, so Jay, we're gonna move along from too much. You didn't really say too much about, you know, you just agreed upon. What are some things that you think may be like too much for a relationship? I mean, to do in a relationship.
Okay, so of course the toothbrush is one, deodorants, any type of personal hygiene items.
Dunny is okay with all this stuff.
No, and when it comes to my personal hygiene items, I'm really for like, you have your own personal hygiene items, I have my own personal hygiene items. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? As far as too much, I mean, nothing. I'm very open-minded, so nothing's necessarily really too much. I'm trying to think about
what people are doing. Somebody said asking who is everybody is.
Yes, okay, so I can attest to that. Yeah, dude, don't worry about who everybody is and who this person texting you. That is doing too much.
Asking who everybody is.
Right.
Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, that's too much in a relationship.
That is definitely too much.
Who texting us? Who is calling us?
Unless we're on the same phone plan.
But I think not even that. I think that if you're in a relationship and y'all are doing that, or the other person is doing too much of that, that's because previously something has happened.
Yeah, previously something has happened.
And my trust value has went plummet. So it just
that goes back to what we have discussed, getting into relationships when you're not ready. If you're not ready for a relationship, if you haven't built back up that confidence, if you can't trust people, if you're in that spot where you got to ask questions, then baby, you don't need to be with nobody.
True, very true. So we're gonna move on to healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What do healthy relationships talk about? It's best to talk about embarrassing moments, future goals and dreams, daily problems, personal fears, and past relationships.
I think that it is best before getting into a relationship, while you're in that dating stage, to talk about past relationships. So therefore, you can get an idea of what somebody's been through.
True, that's very true. But as well, you know, you don't want to kind of disclose a lot of those things. You like your fears. You know, we just dating. Sometimes, like, they're not qualified for that. You get what I'm saying? You want to be... See, that's a lot of times we get in these damaging relationships because we have placed our fears in someone else's hands. And they wasn't mature, emotionally mature yet to even handle that. You get what I'm saying? So I think those things shouldn't be going on until a relationship or a commitment has taken place.
Right. So somebody says finances and credit scores. I'm agreeing on that one.
What, too much to be asking for?
No, I think that should be something that should be asked. Like, you should want to know who you're getting ready to get into business with at the end of the day. Like, you should treat relationships as a business. Like,
true.
You need to know, like, if your credit messed up, okay, so what are you doing about it to fix it? Like, everybody out here trying to fix credit.
I don't know, because I knew I had student debt, and my husband, he don't like to owe nobody. He ain't got no debt, no nothing. So I was like, I don't want to tell him about my student loan.
But that's a difference in owing student loans than you owe Bob and everybody. You know
I mean, that's true. That's true.
You owe Capital One, Amex, Capital One Auto. They coming knocking at the door, talk about hand us the keys, and y'all trying to sleep. I remember like it was yesterday. I was dating someone, and we moved really fast, really fast. They moved in with me. Everything was like, I thought everything was great, but the thing was I wasn't ready for a relationship. But it was like that superhero ordeal where I had been through something and they kind of like came in and saved the situation. Like I thought they was supposed to just be the friend, but they turned out to be bae. And I will never forget, I woke up that morning, got up, got dressed, got ready to go to work, made it to work, and my phone's ringing. It's them. Did you take my car? No, I took my own car. So I was like, but I gotta get back to work. I'm gonna call you back later. And I could tell they were trying to say something. Baby, they shoot me a text. My car gone. Somebody done stole my car. You stay in the hood. Baby, I don't stay in the hood. I stay in the gated community. What are you talking about? So, lo and behold, their car got repoed. All I can say is that relationship didn't last long.
Then that allowed you to see all those skeletons.
Yeah, that allowed me to see all of those skeletons. Things started coming out. And the sad part about it was, how your car get repoed and it still got a temporary tag on it?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, that was a lot for me. But shout outs to them. They are doing big things these days. I don't know, but they finally got their stuff together. So shout out to them. But they did teach me a lot. Like, baby, you was moving way too fast.
Yeah.
I was young though, and it was a lot going on. But you know, you live and learn. You gotta go through that. Yeah,
you definitely have to go through those things. So I just feel like, you know, once you get in a committed relationship, then those things need to be discussed. Not as far as like credit score and finances, like those things, the little, you know, tiny things, but like embarrassing moments, things that your vulnerability will be at stake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to enter into something healthy. That's a healthy relationship.
Right.
You know, I was listening to, well, not listening, I was watching Walker and Tammy, and he said that secrets is permissible in a marriage or relationship.
Really?
He said, I have secrets. But you know, I already know this is TV shows. So at the end of the day, you know, things can be said and done for the TV.
Yeah, but I mean,
you feel that way.
Huh?
You probably feel that way. Secrets,
like that's a lot. I mean, I understand having some things like, of course, everybody's got skeletons. Everybody does. Right. And we're back. So when we left off with what, Ashley?
Healthy relationships needs to talk about embarrassing moments, future goals and dreams, daily problems, personal fears, and past relationships.
So.
And like those tiny things of like finances, credit scores, you know, those little petty things you can speak about when you're dating. Mm-hmm. But when you get into something committed, you want to talk about, you know, your vulnerability would be at stake.
Right. I guess, you know, at the end of the day, the biggest thing is making sure that you're being open and honest with your partner. If you're not being open and honest with your partner, obviously you're going to build a relationship that doesn't have any foundation.
Yes.
And so that opened your eyes big, didn't it? Oh, okay. Look like I'm in your pocket now. But yes, you have to make sure that you are being open and honest with your partner in order for your relationships to grow. Yeah. If you're not open and honest with your partner, if you're not letting them know what's really going on in your world, then at the end of the day, you're building, or you're basically presenting to them your representative.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've really been big on in the past when it comes to dating somebody. Am I getting to know you or your representative? Because if I'm getting to know your representative, baby, I'm going to move you on about your way.
Yeah, I think everybody has a representative in the beginning because you're not sure. You're trying to protect and secure, you know, your feelings and your emotions because you don't know who they are.
But how long does your representative stay into play?
Well, once you feel like things are going to a serious route, I believe, because then you're trying to take a false facade into something real, you know, and it's just how long can you keep up a representative? Yeah,
that's true. How long can you keep up the
representative? So this other person, your significant other thinks that, oh, you're a calm and collective person and this and that.
Then that crazy come out.
And then it's just like, oh, you have this. But you'd have been like, it's not that, oh, I can't get down with you. It's more so of like, you playing Jekyll Hyde now.
Right.
You know, one way you this way, the next minute you this way.
Right.
And it's just like, okay, if you would have came in with the crazy, I would have been like, okay, I know who she is, he is.
One thing for sure, anybody can tell you, J-Man is crazy off rip, okay? I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, he is.
I feel like definitely talking about past relationships in your current relationship. Not to a point where, you know, like you have to keep referencing back to things. You get what I'm saying? But definitely when saying like, hey, you know, this happened in the past relationship. You know, some of these things trigger me. You know, like, and I see when you do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You know, it reminds me back this and that, and I don't want to bring that baggage in because of what you are exempting.
Right.
So definitely talking about past relationships. Not so much where it's just like your whole entire relationship is based on referring back to like this old thing.
That's the difference. And I think people have to understand that. It's kind of like when you hear, oh, my ex did, and oh, my ex did, and oh, my...
But you're trying to manipulate them.
Baby, what did you do? Because okay, so let me go find your ex, baby, because that's obviously who I need to go date. Oh.
So one of our viewers said, oh yeah, J-Man, how you feel about talking about the past?
So when it comes to talking about your past, I think it's a difference in talking about your past as it comes to building, as far as, hey, this is the issues that took place, this is what happened to me, and this is why X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But when it comes to every single situation, I hear about your ex and this person did this and this. It's just kind of like, well, damn, when am I get to know you?
Yeah.
Because all I keep hearing about is what this person did and what that person did and what made this person. And then when you're getting to know that person, you realize, oh, okay, I see why they did what they did. You know?
I think those things should only just be stated like, okay, this happened in a past relationship. Okay, cool. You know, we know that. But not allowing it so much to just be the focal point, because then you're trying to manipulate, because what you're really trying to do is bring out jealousy or inferiority, all of those things, and it's just like, okay, we're trying to enter something new. But for me, I feel as though that's real, because then you get to know who a person is and why they act and behave the way they do, because a lot of times a lot of those things stem from our childhood, our past.
Absolutely. So, what else you got for us, Ashley J?
You know, I'm coming with the heat. So in love and relationships, there are 5 love languages. Have you heard about the 5 love languages?
I've heard of love language in church.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I've heard of love language in church, but as far as like in my actual relationships, and then there's like this little course you can take on the internet which will tell you, you know, what your love language is.
Yeah, I took it before. Back, you know, my single days, all the dudes that I used to talk to.
You was one of them?
I used to make you take your love language test so I could see.
Oh my God.
But that was a part of my manipulation.
Oh.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, no, oh my God, I'm just this hopeless romantic. I am. But that was a part of my tactic where I could understand you better, so I knew how to, you know, handle you. So we're going to get into the 5 love languages. And 1, words of affirmation. Thank you for helping me take out the trash, you know, such as those things. 2, gifts, which is like, he thought about me, she thought about me when they were out, they bought me something. That's a form of, that's my love language. Acts of service, cleaning up or doing something without a person asking. 4, quality time, giving that undivided attention. You know, we're watching a movie and we're together, or we're doing something, we're spending that quality time. And physical touch, holding hands, kissing, hugging. Those are the 5 love languages that people, well, your spouse or relatives, your children, you need to understand their love language, what speaks to them. Mine personally is acts of service. I love acts of service and gifts. That talking don't work for me, because back in the day, people used to say, my father, well, not my father, stepfather, or parents and stuff used to say, I'm gonna do something, never did it. Or I love you, but didn't show it the way I thought. So telling me these things does not really work. Showing me these things, which is acts of service, works well for me. That reciprocates love for me. And gifts. I don't know why, but I was always giving gifts. And it's so funny because I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her, like, emotionally, I didn't have a great childhood. You know, physically I did, because I received gifts and, you know, a lot of things. So she was like, what household you was living in? And I was like, she was like, but that's so crazy that we both have different experiences. And she was like, well, I was the person giving, buying those things and stuff. And I was like, well, that's why. Because I didn't see when she was doing these things. I was like, well, you bought me something. Like, when I was a child, I can remember those things. But love languages, those are very important in relationships, the relationship with your friends and family, your loved ones, and children.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I have to agree with you. Acts of service, you can tell me things all day long. And I guess because, once again, it's all about the things that happen to you in your childhood, which create your different love languages, this and the third. I was told a lot of things by both my mother and my father. However, if you didn't show me, that meant nothing. And then as well as gifts. And I guess, like we always talk about, like, how we bounce off of each other, due to our signs and this and the third. If you can't show me, then... So when we left off, we were talking about love language. And one of our guests says... The problem is we have to learn how to speak our partner's love language, and that is so big. That is so big. So I guess your little test is,
It's really good because in order for you to even learn your partner's love language, you didn't learn yourselves first. You know what I'm saying? To understand. So you get the gist of what love languages are, how they operate, how you can really distinguish, how to use it. So I think once you get that down pat and understand, then it's like, okay, this how you love? Okay, I understand now because I love like this. So let's find a common medium where it can work between the both of us.
Yeah, that is definitely true. That is definitely true.
My husband don't like my love language.
You definitely have to find...
He told me to pick another love language.
No, not he told you to pick another one. Yeah, you have to definitely figure out your mate's love language and see what works for you. Both their languages might not work for you because, everybody has two, right?
I guess so, but you can't say that. Your love language did not work for you.
If their love language don't work for you, baby, then they got to go.
Throw the whole relationship away.
Throw the whole relationship away. But I mean, to each his own at the end of the day. To each his own. But at the end of the day, you live, you grow from it, and you just have to kind of like figure that thing out. Love is not easy at all.
You definitely have multiple love languages.
Yeah, you can have multiple.
You need to definitely have one. Even on a test.
You have to narrow it down.
Yeah, even on a test, they give you like the number. Like gifts can be like 20. Words of affirmation can be like 15 and this and that. It shows you, like the percentages of your love language. What is the most high love language for you? Like I said, I can interpret gifts and acts of service. So if you give me gifts, it won't be like, because you didn't do anything this day or this week, but you gave me a gift. You get what I'm saying? So I know how to balance the both.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, we appreciate you all for tuning in to Love and Relationships. We're going to pay a few bills, and then we're going to be back. Hey, guys, and welcome back. I'm your boy, J-Man.
And I'm Ashley J.
And we have our girl, Shamari, in the studio.
Hey, Shay.
What's up? Thank you for having me.
How you doing today?
Well, I just got off work, and I made some money, so I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Finally, because this week was shitty. But
Corona.
COVID.
Yes.
Is it COVID-19?
Yeah, COVID-19.
She's a bitch.
Yes. So, just to give you guys a little breakdown of who Shamari is the CEO of Diamond Faces Skincare Bar, located in Buckhead, Georgia. Diamond Faces isn't a spa, it's a lifestyle. It's Atlanta's premier skincare bar. It's the first of its kind. And reviews have mentioned that Diamond Faces provides an upscale, glamorous ambiance that surpasses the expectation of an average spa.
Ooh.
How you feel about that?
I'm shocked. I never read that before. Did you find it for real?
Absolutely.
I'm
the ear to the streets, baby. So I do all my research.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that. I never go look. Let me tell you, I never go look at the comments and stuff because I would probably beat myself up.
Yeah.
I am my worst
critic
nightmare on myself. So thank you. That feels good to hear that. But I'm the first trans woman and trans woman of color to have this kind of business in the state of Georgia. So to even hear it sometimes it's still disbelief.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe. In the beginning, I can admit I was my worst enemy.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
A lot of things.
Like
we're always hard on ourselves.
Oh my God.
Especially to prosper,
But I think, honestly, this is going to sound so sad, but bad, but I think it's with black families a lot.
Yeah.
Because your parents, the first thing you go like, Mom, I can do hair. I think you should do something else. I don't think you really think you can just say, you always tell you no first.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like bullying. And not saying that my mother did that, but my mother was a single parent with kids. A single parent and just trying to survive, so she wasn't thinking long term. But I think I was my worst.
And that's a little bit what we're going to get into. My first question was going to be, who is Shay Shay? And how did everything transpire as far as, being an entrepreneur and having a lot of success with it. So we're going to dive into that. So we can start off, who is Shay Shay and how did you become
Shay Shay?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm going to say Shay Shay is a ballroom superstar. Okay. That's why I started in the ballroom scene. Shout out to Pose, shout out to Paris is Burning and the new show called Legendary, but I was a part of that scene. I started walking balls when I was young, probably about 17 years old. So I started to begin to transition, in the late 90s.
Okay.
So once that happened, I had to figure out what I wanted to do, so I was doing makeup. So at the time, MAC was, popping.
Yeah.
And I wanted to work for MAC so bad. I applied with MAC for 10 years straight and got one interview with them. One, not two. One interview, and I remember I got the paper saying I got the interview. I called my, oh my God, this is it. This is gonna be the time. This is it. I did research on MAC. Found out it was a theater company's makeup. It was to a gay couple that they started because one of them had a positive or something to that effect. But I did my whole research, so I get into the interview prepared, resume out. Portfolio out, I'm beat stupid. Face is beat down, top and bottom lash and everything.
Top and bottom lash.
That lady was like, Miss Cherry, your stuff looks great, your makeup looks good. But are you an esthetician? And I was like,
esthetician, what?
I was like, probably looking worse than I was like, what's that? I was like, I'm not an esthetician, I'm a makeup artist. I don't have a desire to be an esthetician. So me not knowing, I'm thinking screw that, fuck that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about makeup.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. So she was like, well, the direction that MAC is going in at the time, we're going to skincare line and we want a makeup artist to be an esthetician. I was looking like, no, this cannot be happening right now. So I was sick because I did not get the job. But she told me about an aesthetic school. I was depressed for about 2 weeks. I called my mother crying. My mother was like, it's just not like maybe time, I was sick, devastated, this is it's because I'm trans, because this is, mind you, this is before trans was trending.
Yeah.
I didn't just get here, this has been going on a while, So, I went to the school in 2005, International School of Skin and Nail Care on Roswell Road. And I went to the school and they told me about makeup, made me think I was going to learn so much about makeup. When I got there, makeup was like this big.
Very small.
Everything.
Very small, right?
Yeah.
But that's the next to the last thing you learn before you graduate. So you had to learn a bunch of other stuff about the skin prior to. And I remember going to school, I was like, okay. And it's funny, my grandma said, well, God, God, if you tell God you're playing, he laugh at you, right?
Yeah.
So that's what my grandmother told me.
Yeah.
So I remember the first time I did a microdermabrasion. I touched the person's skin, and I remember how they looked when they touched their skin. I know it was hooked. Because we want results.
Yeah.
We want, if we go in there, we want something to feel different than what we throw over there.
Yeah.
We want to feel something, see something.
Like when you leave from the gym, you
want to be burning up. Oh, feet, legs hurt. You mad. You complaining, but you feel it. So I remember the expression on that lady's face. So I was like, okay, well, I like this. So, but I went back to thinking to myself, well, what am I liking this for? I'm not going to be able to afford machines. I can't afford this stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of my school. Excellent student school. I ended up taking 2 years to finish because it took me a long time, so I was paying for it. So I had to get money. I had to still make money on top of, it's hard being an adult going to school.
Yeah.
So, and I hated being broke. What? So I graduated from school in 2007. I went back to doing makeup because I never thought I could afford a steamer or a microdermabrasion machine or a LED light treatment, or I never thought I could afford any of those things. So I went back to doing makeup for a couple of years at different shops, horrible experiences, not gonna shout nobody out, but bad. Using me up because I'm a makeup artist. One place, had me on. Me and the owner were the only two estheticians, right? So I was upfront with her. So her clients that couldn't come to her would come to me. Well, I'm not making the same thing everybody else making me. You don't have a license. Problem number one. Problem number two is, why I don't have my own booth, and why do you got to take a percentage when I'm doing the same thing you do? So we started having problems.
Yeah.
So I already alright, it's not for me. So
Right.
went back to doing freelance makeup artistry, and I saved my money, and I bought my girlfriend, Kendra Hall, shout out to my sister. She graduated with me from the skin school. And she was like, Shamari, why you don't got your own business going, girl? Because she ended up working for a doctor's office first. She came out of school busting money down, and I was still tussling with makeup.
Yeah.
But wanted to do,
which was familiar.
yeah, what was familiar, right? And she was like, girl, you was in the top 3%, 10% of that class, and you was da 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 da. She's like, well, she said this, one of her employers, I think, was moving a shop or something, and she's like, he's selling the machine. Let's go half on it. I was saying, okay, just saying, yeah, not thinking she was gonna, baby. That lady came back to my house with the machine. I was like, in shock. So she was like, I'm going out of town. She's like, she showed me how to use the machine. She was like, make your money. Mind you, I have no starter plan, no client list, no products. I just got a room. So it took me 2 weeks to digest it. She goes out of town. She's like, girl, make your money. Me and the machine looked at each other for like 2 weeks. Before I even touched the machine, because I was scared, like,
If I break it,
what the hell have I done? Why did I tell her? Right, because I went half on her with the machine. So I was sitting there, I spent money for this machine with her. She like, bitch, make money.
But you like, this is happening. What?
And then how? What clients? So I didn't have. I looked at the machine for 2 weeks. So she came back to my house. Was like, bitch, I know you making money. I know you making some money. And I was like, I ain't did one client. Oh, she cussed me out so bad. She needed to, because I think she needed to kick me in my ass, because she's like, bitch, they treat you, go to a club. You go to them clubs and them bars and they treat you like Whitney Houston. Everybody know you got a following. I wish I had a following like you playing shit. It don't matter, because you still all be money for the machine. So bitch, you need to hurry up. Right. So she cusses me out, and I needed that. So I went on this, my first time I was on to, it's called Now That's Tea. It's by this guy named Jacob Kennard. He had a show in 2012, and I called him. I was like, he was in the ballroom, and I was like, Jacob, this is Shay. He was like, what's up, Shay? I was like, I want to come on your show. He was like, to talk about outside. He said, what, you gonna walk a ball again? I was like, no, I still have a business. He said, has you told anybody else about it? I was like, no. He was like, oh, come on Saturday. We're gonna take it Saturday. So, mind you, I've done no clients. I just got machines. So when I went on this show, I'm basically talking as if the business is already going. I'm just talking about what I see in my head. That's the crazy part about it now. Like I remember talking about it, but I hadn't did anything yet. He was like, this is gonna be mind blowing. He was like, I'm gonna play this interview. He's like, Shay, your life is gonna change. I promise to you guys. So when they played that interview, those people, all from the ballroom scene, everything was like, what do you do? What is it? I want whatever it is. So I used the ballroom community to start. You know, the guys were coming to me. I didn't have a Facebook page at first, you guys. I didn't have an Instagram page. I didn't have any of that. So I just went ahead and did it. And so that was in 2012. 2013 was my first big Pride weekend. Okay. On a Friday, I had 12 people. 12, and they were men. These are men. So this is untapped. I'm thinking I was gonna have more women because I knew strippers or whatever. These were men, and I know my neighbor thought I was some kind of. No, this is like my brother's honey. That's how I wanted to sell so bad. So I was drinking a glass of red wine at night. After the day was over, and I Googled images of spas because I wanted to see. The first thing you want to see is were you supposed to fit? That's what you're taught. Fit, then look like everybody else, right? That's what our parents tell us, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So I Googled images of spas. And guess what did not come up? Just take one guess. Not one black man was on anything. And I just had 12 people at my house on a Friday. All that was coming to me at the time was men. So I said, well, ding, like 2 o'clock in the morning, ding, 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 ding. I said, well, they're going to talk about me when I found out I'm trans anyway.
Of course.
So that's me. They're going to talk about that. So at least if they talk about that, let a bitch be herself in her own lane and create her own space. Bring my seat to the table.
Right.
Not wait for you to pull up the seat for me. I bring my own shit to the table. And I've been doing it ever since. It has been unbelievable to have to know that this is an untapped market that I'm doing. I'm about to even take it to the next level. I don't want to talk about it now, but it's about to be something bigger than this because I realized this is an untapped market and I put a face to it. Because in 2012, yes, I see more estheticians now. I do, but there is still to date not one trans woman that is doing what I'm doing.
No.
That's to date. I see a lot of other people now doing aesthetics. I'm great that I've been influential to them because now I see more men getting facials.
Yeah.
And in 2012 it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
the craziest thing for me is that one, this wasn't a route that you created for yourself. You know, this was you being determined enough to try to get a makeup job with MAC to take you down a path that would set you up. Put you in a position. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, my mom talk. You not doubt him, but you question. You're like, what this stuff I wanted. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, but no, actually it might not be.
Yep.
I never thought in 1,000 years I would have a business in Buckhead, you guys, as a trans woman and with a thriving business. Even now with the COVID-19 thing, people are still calling my phone saying, "Shay, can I get a facial?" Yeah. That's unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Because I moved to Atlanta in '95. I was homeless when I moved here. Homeless. I didn't come here with a trust fund or I wasn't trying to strip in no strip club or come up or there was no Instagram. There was no social media. It was none of that, you know. I moved down here. I got put out of school because I didn't have any more money at Norfolk State University. Thank you, Norfolk State. I didn't have any more money. And ironically, I was going there for communications. Ironically. So I got put out of school and I didn't have any money. So I was like, I didn't want to go back home to Richmond, Virginia. And I got on the bus, and I was homeless for like a month. Wow. I would eat the 2 for 2. You know the 2 for 2 McChicken sandwich. So I would go eat. In the morning I would get up and like eat a 50-cent biscuit or something with jelly and stuff. And then at 2 o'clock, like at 12, I would go get the McChicken. So I could have one for the lunch and one for dinner. I would go back to the bus station and sleep sitting up. So no one thinking that no one would do anything to me, but. Needless to say, somebody just one of my rest in peace said, they're gonna arrest you for soliciting. I didn't know, or loitering or whatever. No, loitering. Yeah, loitering, because I didn't know. You know, when you're young, you think you know everything. You know? Yeah. It's like, come on to my house. I got somewhere you can stay at, and just get your head together. You know, we'll talk about everything. So I went out there, and I was like shocked. Like it really hit me that I left home. I don't have any more money. What the hell am I gonna do? You know, so. The next day I woke up and I sat on the edge of the bed and he walked in. He was like, "What you doing?" I was like, I figured you want to go back downtown. He was like, "I told you to rest yourself. Get your head together. We can just talk." So I ended up staying. Get a plan. So I've been here ever since. Haven't had to go back home. And to have a business. That's what I tell I think this generation of individuals, young kids, I feel like a lot of them feel entitled. Sense of entitlement. Because their mother might have money, their father might have money, but they don't realize that the sacrifices that their parents had to make to get that. Yeah. So I don't feel just because you're their children, that means that you're entitled to that money. You have to earn it because that's not life. Yeah. I think. But if you never have to work for anything, you won't appreciate it. You won't appreciate it. You don't earn it. Yeah, you won't appreciate. You will not appreciate it.
So with like it, I will honestly say the blueprint was there for you. Yeah, the blueprint was there, and you just, as life circumstances and life situations have guided you through it. Now,
it's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, it's a great way to look at it, especially seeing that this year, our pastor has been talking about, the blueprint that God has for you and everything else. But with getting that blueprint and with falling into creating Diamond Faces, what struggles did you face once you did create that company and once you did settle into having your business? What kind of hurdles have you kind of had to go through? Because I think that's the biggest thing for most people that want to create a business and this and the third. They think that, once I create my business, that's it. Oh no. It's just gonna spark.
It doesn't have. Well, you have to believe. You have to believe in something. You have to have some kind of faith in something. I don't care if it's a rock, but a pigeon. You have to believe in something because there are a lot of days there are a lot of days you don't know where it's gonna come from.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between going to cash flow, that's a 9 to 5, and creating cash flow.
Right.
So that means you're gonna think totally different. So you have to realize that first. So creating cash flow, that means your mind is never at rest.
So you have to change your mindset.
Oh, hell yes. Oh my God. I don't sleep. I never sleep. I have to either someone has to be in the house for me to go to sleep, like my brother Paris or my best friend, but I don't sleep. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm up, because your mind is almost like a beautiful nightmare, because all these beautiful things that you create in them, you gotta think of another way to get to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So your mind is constantly on go.
Yeah.
So I get it. So that's one of the biggest things. Number 2 is you realize that there are a lot of people that don't believe in what you do.
Please speak on that.
They act like they do, but they really don't. You'll know who it is. And that's hurtful, because you're like, damn, we've been there for 15 years.
Yeah.
And then you realize
when you
that
start progressing,
it's progressing.
and
But
stagnant.
But you know what? It makes sense, because in order to go up, you have to be lighter. You can't be happy. You can't be a fat bitch with all that. So you got to lose some. You got to drop some things. That rocket. I always use that. When it's the rockets that go out.
Yeah.
You notice when they go to stuff falling off. By the time they get to space, it's a small thing.
Yep.
Only maybe 4 people can fit in it.
Yep.
So that's the same thing with success or a business. It's the same thing. Just because what happens is people say, "Yeah, you changed," or "You Hollywood." I get that a lot. It's not that you change when you're Hollywood. When you are responsible for someone else's livelihood, I have a manager, I have to pay. Assistant, I have to pay. You know what I'm saying? So you think different, because you're always thinking that you have to do something to make money to make this stuff work.
Yeah.
You're the engine.
Yeah.
Your mind, you are the engine instead of the machine, you know. So you end up losing a lot of people because they say, "Oh, you act different. Oh, you think you better." That kind
One of the famous quote my husband always says is like, "You think I work this hard to stay the same," or something. I forgot. It's something like that. But it's like, you think I changed, but when you think I work this hard to stay the same,
Right.
You know.
Who wants to, like, I don't ever want to be 21 again. Ever. Because of the fact I didn't know. I thought I knew everything and I didn't. You know, we young, 21, because we cute. I'm hot.
Yeah.
Dumb as a bag of damn bricks.
I'm popping.
Right, I'm popping, I'm hot. I got 24,000 followers. Dumb as a bag of bricks. So no. But no, that's I had to definitely change my circle of people too, because I call it a language. Entrepreneur is a language. I went to a dinner. Shout out to my sister Portia. She always has dinner, a birthday dinner, and I looked at all entrepreneurs in the beauty industry. Terrence Davidson was there. I was there. A couple other big time hairstylists. So everybody had left work. Just got off work and got to the table. No one said anything. Guess what everybody was doing?
On their phones.
On their freaking phone. And I get it, because you're looking, you're checking emails, you're checking what money went out, just checking sales numbers, you're checking everything. No one said anything for about 20 minutes before they was like, "Oh, what's up?" You know, that kind of thing, because it's a language.
Yeah.
And people that aren't living like that, they don't understand that. You always in your phone.
Yeah.
This is like my banking account. This is my banking account. This is my lot. This is everything. You know, that kind of thing.
This is my job.
This is my job.
That's what I clock into.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that don't understand that. Like my mom, when I go to Richmond, she said, "Can you leave that goddamn diamond faces at home? Please don't come up here with that."
Well, you know, like, they from an era where, you know,
God.
the phone is just like the devil's eyeball.
She says it all the time. "Do you have to be on the phone?" I was like, "Mom, this is how I make money every day. I have to. Like, when I get up in the morning, I get up, pray, check the text that came in overnight about there's somebody's skin, or a DM about orders, or just all that kind of stuff. See, and you know what? All those things contributing to your mind changing as well too. So you're not thinking about going out. Let's pop. Let's turn up. Yes, let's get lit. Because it costs money to have a good time.
Yeah.
What we celebrate about? You know, that kind of thing. So yes, your mind definitely changes. My biggest obstacles were, however, myself and getting rid of people that weren't supportive or didn't believe, or I realized they weren't really friends.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing as you start to transition into who you're becoming, or who God is basically molding you into. You start to lose people and you wonder why. And you try and force those friendships, and try and force those relationships, and you're like, damn, why isn't this working? And all along, he's looking at you like, because they don't need to be attached because of what I'm getting ready to take you into. And I'm sure with, you know, all in your transitioning and all in becoming an esthetician and all in building your business, you've ran across so many friends that are no longer. And then once you got to, and you're not stagnant. That's one thing I can say. With following you, I've been following you for a long time.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
One of our viewers said, "I love you, Shay Shay."
Oh my God, I love you.
I love Shay Shay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But yes, with that, I know it took a lot of also humbling yourself and realizing like, hey, yes, I've made it here, but this isn't the last stop for it. Becoming an esthetician and getting your own spa, then came your skincare line. And that's something else that some people don't know. They might think, oh, she's just an esthetician. No, there's also a skincare line that came along with it.
You know what? Lala, shout out to Lala Scissorhands.
Really?
That's all her doing.
Really?
Okay, so she started coming to me in 2014, I think. And Lala would come and be crazy. I had no idea who she was at first. My sister knew who she was. He's like, oh, that's the girl making fun of me. So she would come. She showed up in my office, y'all. I'm sitting there doing nothing, and she shows up. Hey, girl, you the girl that do faces? Dress. Bust in my office and said, she bust in, closed it over her. Her little self. Hey, girl, you the girl that do faces? I said, yeah. She later, what you gonna do with all this? She laid down on my table, y'all, and took her hair wig off and said, this skin is like pepperoni skin. Can you fix it? Just like that. That's our first meeting.
Wow.
This has happened, y'all, in the first 10 seconds. Of me meeting this crazy lady. She's absolutely crazy. So I started doing Lala's face, and she was my first female client that allowed me to show her imperfections. That's why you see so many men on my page, because most women don't want you to see
we wanted that finished package.
Even after that, they don't want you to see that. They're, oh baby, please. They don't.
No, you can't take no pictures
because
of me.
You can't. I don't want nobody to know that. Right. So that happens.
Or you gotta what it is? You gotta
filter.
For the FaceTime.
Yeah, it's a whole teeth pulling situation. So Lala let me show her imperfections, and I was like, she was like, girl, you need a skincare line. I was like, yes, ma'am, Shay Shay, girl, you need a skincare line.
That's why you gotta talk to yourself.
No, that's like, this is what she's telling me. So, but once again, I'll go back to doubting.
Doubting yourself.
Can I afford it? Is people gonna buy it? Oh my God. That's what I say. Your mind is a constant thing.
That's the devil.
Definitely.
That's definitely the devil. That
Because
speaks.
he knows how far you can go, so he go ahead and put those traps in there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, baby, it was a super trap. It took me a year and a half to even get it together because I'm scared of what
The fear
that we create.
The negative thoughts that come along with your growth and your progression. I think that's the biggest thing. Here at Generational Empowerment, we're big on breaking generational curses.
Yes.
And to that effect, it's just kind of like you have to just believe in yourself, and you, even before you get the first yes, you're gonna get so many no's.
You better say it.
And that's one of the biggest reasons we like bringing entrepreneurs on, because it helps people to realize their full potential, or to at least tap in to their full potential. You have to take time for yourself and realize, hey, I can do this. Whether pay attention to your thought process, because at the end of the day, it's shedding light on something bigger.
It's crazy how you said how sometimes God put visions in our head and we ignore them. We'll mark it up. I was just dreaming about something, but you're right, because I used to tell my aunt just two things. I went to radio broadcasting school in high school, and I did an intern at a top 40 radio station. So to even be, and I didn't think I could ever do that because of how I was feeling as trans. I never thought, you never heard about them being on TV. I wanted to be on Video Soul or something like that, one of those. So for to have this coming on, I didn't know women. I used to tell my aunt, my grandmother, my auntie, I'm gonna be on the radio. I'm gonna be a superstar. I'm gonna be on TV. So to even be someone and want to interview me about this, this is a full circle, because I saw these visions when I was young. This is really, that's so true what you said, because I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm all the way in Atlanta, Georgia, on y'all radio station.
Right.
Hello.
Right. I didn't even think this would even happen 20-something years later.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. To even be here and to have a show on the radio on Sundays and to put a guest on several different shows and podcasts. I never thought the opportunity would come to talk about a business that came from here.
Right.
That vision.
The vision.
So you're right. And I was scared of the vision. That's what I'm saying. Your mind is a beautiful nightmare because
He'll show you the vision, but he won't show you how to get to it.
No, you gotta work for it.
That's
You got
the
to
unknown
work
part.
for it.
But we're gonna take a quick break, guys, and we'll be
are
back.
I'm your boy, J Man.
And I'm Ashley J.
And we have the lovely Shamari Cherry in the building, the CEO of Diamond Faces.
Miss Shay Shay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And our last question to you was, what sort of advice or what type of nugget would you drop to someone that wants to kind of break into their own industry or just get themselves out there to try something different?
Don't be afraid of yourself. Because that's the first thing you always doubted. I will also say you can't share your ideas with everybody.
That is very true.
Just because a person is your friend, that doesn't necessarily mean they see your vision. Because unfortunately, sometimes your vision is too big for them.
Right.
So they'll try to turn your vision down.
They will.
So the less people you tell, you have a better way of building your vision and to show them. Because people don't know what they want till you show it to them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know. Also, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. The stuff you can't change, don't change it. Don't try to, because you can put that energy to somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And let's see. That's really it. Don't tell everybody your stuff, because sometimes people will try to turn your vision down. They say, "Oh, that your little idea,
Your little idea.
oh that little thing, what's that little thing you talking about?" Stuff like that. So don't tell everybody, and then it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't want to hurt your feelings. It's just that that's one of the people you just have to show. And unfortunately, it's our family a lot of times. Close friends, you'll know the ones that believe in the vision. So don't expect everybody to believe in the vision. Oh, and treat your business like it's your child.
Yes.
Diamond Faces is my daughter. She's 7 years old. I don't let everybody babysit her. I don't go out of town if she can't go. So I tell people that as entrepreneurs, you treat your business like it's your baby.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be around your baby. You're not going to let everybody feed your baby. You're not going to let everybody hold your baby. So, and that's also with hiring people. I had to learn that the hard way. Oh my God.
Family member, friend.
No, a friend, and it was horrible. It was just bad. I got a real bad review about the. Oh God! So no, don't let everybody hold your baby. Don't let everybody say they want to work with you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Let have brands that got, no, your brand and my brand ain't making the same kind of sense. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to do that. So no, don't share your baby with everybody.
Sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to, people, they get a business and they think like, oh, let's collaborate and do this and do this. And
Oh,
I'm
no.
just like, my lane is my lane, your lane is your lane.
Right.
Just because we're friends, we both have lipstick or both
Both
have some type of
glosses or
eyelash.
something.
Doesn't mean that we need to collab and, merge together.
Because it doesn't. And sometimes I know that there are ways people can benefit from one another. However, but you just have to be mindful of who you team up with. Because you don't know the stuff that they bring into your situation. Energy transfers.
Yes.
Definitely.
That is
What?
definitely true. You have to definitely protect your energy.
Protect your baby.
Protect your baby, protect your energy. Well, guys, we're making our way into our therapeutic segment. If you don't know, now you know. This is the time where we like to get it all off our chests. If something has bothered you this week, if somebody has gotten up under your skin and you didn't get that opportunity, here is that time. It's called You Got Me Fucked Up.
You got me all the way fucked up.
You got me all the way fucked up. So we're going to hand it on off to our special guest.
Well, she going first. Our special guest never goes first, but I'm pretty sure she got some up her sleeve. So this will be a first. This will be a first.
This will be a first.
World
Sometimes
premiere.
we gotta, sometimes you gotta switch things up. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want
Let me get my
to
water right for this.
go ahead.
I'm just gonna
Wet
say
the
it.
whistle.
You got me fucked up. You think I'm not gonna have my business open during COVID-19? A bitch got bills to pay. She still got a business to run. She still got to pay people. A bitch is still open. Just sanitize. I've been sanitizing all year long. Period. I wear gloves on everybody's face. Period. I Lysol. Period. 99% alcohol. A bitch is gonna be open until they tell me the doors to the building is closed. You got me fucked up if you think I'm not gonna make no money.
All the way.
All the way. A bitch is gonna be open. I don't care if you don't want. If you call it nasty, so what? I ain't worried about COVID-19. Come see about me. You can book your appointments. I'm running specials all week long. Please, you got me fucked up. What?
Well, y'all have heard it. Y'all have heard it.
This
Diamond
corona has
cases.
been taking over. I think a lot of y'all, you got me fucked up in corona.
Listen, let me tell you. I was so. I had 3 people today. 3. Other than I didn't go to work till like Thursday.
Oh,
That's
wow.
never.
Right. Right.
You got me fucked up. Like I need some money. Like that's not how it works. Cause bills still gotta be paid.
Bills still got to be
Those
paid.
small businesses.
Like that's for real.
The small businesses are suffering right now, and you know we just have to continue to support. Especially, I think now's the time to support. You know, small businesses, black, white, whatever. But it is the time to support small businesses because at the end of the day, those are the guys that are hurting the most. Those are the people that are hurting the most. It's the small businesses.
Yeah.
One of our guests, Octavius, one of your clients, he
Shout out
says,
to Octavius. Thank you, Octavius.
Jay, you gave me that medium shirt. You got me.
Jay been giving out roll sizes.
When I tell you, everybody and their auntie wear small these days. Y'all got me fucked up if you think that I just carry around that many smalls. Okay? Baby, I seen that little African belly. You need your medium, okay? I was trying to protect your soul, okay? So, you got me fucked up if you think that I'm carrying around smalls like that.
Mediums.
Mediums, right. The little chicken arms talking about he need a small. No, baby, you
Got
need a
the
medium.
chicken arm.
A nutcase right here.
Okay, a whole fool. But yes, guys, yes, you got me fucked up. That is the therapeutic segment. Whatever it may be, make sure that you guys are following our Instagram, Generational Empowerment _. Make sure you're following Ashley, Empowered You _, and make sure you're following your boy J-Man, J_man_2020. And let's not forget our special guest,
Diamond_faces with a Z on IG. Or you can follow me on social media on Facebook at Shamari Renee Cherry.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. That is our show for today. We definitely appreciate you guys, and we definitely appreciate Miss Shamari coming in and showing us some love. She dropped us some nuggets. And we definitely look forward to having you back because you got something up your sleeve.
Thank you. Y'all know y'all gotta come get facials. I'm telling them to come get facials. You can come next week if you want to.
Absolutely.
Come next week and get your facials, get it together. I got y'all.
Absolutely. We will definitely be there.
Right.
Ashley shows this, honey.
Ashley got a nice skin.